Yo, what's up with it, man? It's your host. It's your guy. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. Give me a second, guys. Let me get the audio correct. So what's happening, my mates? What's happening, my brethren? What's happening to my fellow chaps and everybody across the pond? What is going on? We're here talking our sport, and it's no other than Rapstar Boxing Knowledge in the building, bro. So, before you get in this building, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's early hours in the morning, and I'm cooking here now. And we're going to start with no other than Devin the Dream Haney, bro. It's all about Devin the Dream Haney, ain't it? Now, across the pond, Devin Haney has been going straight at it on Gervonta Tank Davis. Devin Haney, all of a sudden, is out there like the Twitter champion. Now, I'm just going to say this, people. If you don't know by now, then you must know now that Devin Haney's got a pattern. And let me show you Devin Haney's pattern right now. Now, you know, I'm a professional at this. I know the Haneys. I've been speaking to the Haneys from back in the day. I speak to Devin Haney's dad. You know what I mean? I've seen what Devin Haney does and his dad does. And if you can't see a strategic pattern from DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, then you guys are mad with what Devin Haney does. Now, Devin Haney, right? He knows how to play the fans. Devin Haney is so clever, he knows how to make the casuals believe that he wants to fight these kind of fighters. Now, you know that every time Devin Haney's got a fight signed, and every time Devin Haney's got a fight coming up, he calls out another fighter. Have you noticed that? Now, let me take you back in history, and let me show you how Devin Haney moves. And let me show you how DHP Promotions and Devin Haney, they do a lot of capping and a lot of faking to you boxing fans. And this is how he does it. When Devin Haney's got a fight made up, he'll call out the bigger fighter, the man that everybody wants to watch, the man who's exciting in the game of boxing, and everybody's got Tank's name and everybody's name in their mouth. Well, let me show you how Devin Haney does it, bro. What Devin Haney does, he calls out the most relevant fighter when he is fighting. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right, I'll get to the chat in a minute. I've just come onto the live. I'm on my phone, so give me a moment, right? But look, smash that like button. We're going to take it back, and I'm going to show you how Devin Haney does a lot of capping and a lot of faking out here in the boxing world. Now, when Devin Haney's got a fight signed, he will call out the biggest relevant fighter at that time. Like, let me just show you this. When Devin Haney had George and he had the fight versus Gamboa already signed, when him and Gamboa were already signed, Devin Haney and his dad were calling out Gary Russell Jr. at the time. But they couldn't have made a fight with Gary Russell. You get what I'm saying? They couldn't have made a fight with Gary Russell because they already had the Gamboa fight signed. Now, you know that Bill Haney sent all that fake term sheet without DAZN's name on it, without Eddie Hearn's name on it, and Gary threw that term sheet straight in Bill Haney's face, said it was fake, right? So you know that they did that when they fought Gamboa. They did the same thing to Lomachenko, mate, when they had a fight signed with Jorge Linares, when Jorge Linares was already signed to fight Devin the Dream Haney, mate. Yeah? They already had the fight signed. And they were calling out Lomachenko, saying that they wanted to fight Lomachenko. Then they said they want to fight Teofimo Lopez. But really, they already knew the fights that they got signed. Now, everybody can see this pattern. When Devin Haney has got a big fight signed up, he's always calling out the most relevant fighter, because that's how he sells his fights. Do you get me? Devin Haney sells his fights by calling out the most relevant guy who's the bigger star than him. And let me show you this. Just know that nobody's talking about Devin Haney's rematch with George Kambosos. Just know that nobody is talking about Devin Haney's rematch versus George Kambosos. Ain't nobody talking about it. Everybody's saying it's a boring fight. They don't want to watch the fight. And it's not a big fight anymore because they feel it's a boring fight. So nobody's really talking about Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. But the person they're talking to now, they're calling out Gervonta Tank Davis's name. That's right. They are calling out Gervonta Tank Davis while they already got their fight signed with Kambosos. Now, Devin Haney going back and forth, and Devin Haney's coming at Tank Davis now, when you know that even though he says that he can fight Tank Davis in December, if he beats George Kambosos, let me just show you this. Bob Arum's got Devin Haney in a 3-fight deal. What, you think Bob Arum is going to risk all his belts after getting Devin Haney and promoting him, that he ain't going to make an in-house fight, that Devin Haney's calling out Tank Davis? That's all cap. Devin Haney calling out Gervonta Tank Davis is cap. It's fake. Because he knows there ain't no fight with Tank Davis. So Devin Haney knows how to play the fans when it comes to him signing fights. He calls out the more exciting fighter than himself. You get what I'm saying? He calls out a more relevant fighter, a fighter that everybody's talking about. He will call them out. It's just a pattern. Now, I'm not saying other fighters don't say shit as well, but we're talking about Devin Haney here. The guy that says that, oh, everybody wants to run away from him. The guy that says that people are actually ducking Devin Haney. The truth of the matter is, Devin Haney is never signing to sign these fights. So therefore, he can call out these guys because guess what? He knows that the fight's not going to fucking happen, bro. You get me? He knows that that fight ain't going to happen. Now, I don't even know if the live is cracking on, if you can hear me clearly, but we're still moving on here. But look at that pattern that Devin Haney does. Devin Haney will sign a fight another guy and call out another guy just to sell his own fight. And that's how Devin Haney rolls. Yo, Anthony Wall, what's happening? Watch my boxing style. I'm on the chat now. Watch my boxing style, shadow boxing, towards the camera. It gives people boxing experience without even having to fight. Boxing gains might. All right, mate. I need to get a professional boxing license. What are you talking about, bro? Okay. Oh, you're a boxer, yeah? All right, mate. Okay. Anthony Wall's a boxer. I hear you. But yeah, man, I ain't too well today, but we're going to be talking about this boxing for a moment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Anthony Wall, respect to you, bro. I hope you do some boxing out there, man. I hope you get the support you need. Yes, Tycho TV. What's happening, my brethren? How you doing, bro? Salute, Rapstar. Yeah, man. Salute to Tycho TV, bro. A real one. But yeah, man, Devin Haney doing this all the time, bro. Devin Haney always calling out another fighter, yeah? When he's got a fight signed up. And ain't nobody interested in his fight right now. Even the rematch that he's got with George Kambosos, ain't really nobody looking for to see that fight. Let's keep it real and let's keep it honest here. So now, what Devin Haney did to Lomachenko, And look at what he's saying about Lomachenko now. Look at what Devin Haney's saying about Lomachenko now, though, bro. Devin Haney's saying now that he needs to ask his dad after the Kambosos fight. Now he knows that Lomachenko fight is a fight that can be made. Now Devin Haney's changed his energy, bro. Now he's like, nah, man, I gotta see if I can still make the weight. Devin Haney's like, yo, man, let me see if I can fucking make the weight. You know what I mean? But yo, man, we don't even have no people in the motherfucking building. We might as well shut this live down in a minute if everybody's so busy out here. But yo, let's keep it moving for a moment, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, but let's keep it moving for a moment. But yo, like I said, mate, Devin Haney, right? He's doing a lot of, let's just call it like, you know, I'm not saying he's faking it till he's making it. No, I'm not saying that, though. But what I'm saying is Devin Haney very clever in knowing to tell the fans that he's after these fighters when he's already got fights signed. And he's not really looking to smoke Gervonta Tank Davis. Devin Haney ain't looking to get into a fight with Tank Davis. Right now, he got a 3 fight signed with Bob Arum. He got a 3-fight deal out here. So what you think, Bob Arum's going to let him fight Tank Davis because they're having a Twitter war? I don't think so. Yeah? I don't think so. I don't think so. That, look, Devin Haney saying that he wants to fight Tank. That fight can't happen right now anyway. He clout chasing Tank Davis. Just like he clout chased Lomachenko. And just like he was on Teofimo. Because at the end of the day, these guys that he was calling out, those fights were not going to happen. And Devin Haney is signed to fight with these other guys. And he's always doing that when it comes to his fight and it's right to the time when he's fighting. It's because his fights, I don't think not many people are talking about his fight. More people will be talking about Haney, right? Having a Twitter war with Tank Davis. Now, we don't know that Anthony Jones. We know that Devin Haney did a lot of capping about fighting Teofimo Lopez. Haney will school Teofimo. Anthony Jones, I don't know about that, mate. I don't know about that. Because to be fair with you, bruv, let's keep it real. When Teofimo Lopez had the belt, hey, Haney was clout chasing. He wasn't out there trying to send no contracts. He wasn't out there trying to make that fight. When George Kambosos got the belt, Haney was ready to be the B-side. Haney was ready to sell himself and get out of Eddie Hearn and come to Bob Arum. He wasn't going to come to Bob Arum to fight Teofimo Lopez. Let's put it that way. Haney even said that he don't want to be the B-side to Teofimo Lopez. But when it comes to George Kambosos, yeah, mate, Haney was ready to go Australia. Haney was ready to be the B-side. So I can't say that Haney will beat Teo either because Haney been clout chasing all these guys. You know what I mean? He been calling out these guys when he's got fights already signed. Can't you see the fucking blueprint? Can't you see that every time Haney's got a fight signed, he calls out somebody else? Yo, we got a slide encounter, man. Hey, smash that like button. Smash that like button, bro. Yeah, bro. He says, yeah, bro, these new era of fighters are all about the Twitter wars and clout chasing, bro. Arguments in front of fans with their cell phones out. Yo, Brian Guzman, rap star, what's up, man? Subscribe and like. Yeah, man, you're right. Subscribe and like the fucking channel. You know? Where you guys been, man? I've been cooking already for like 15 minutes. But look, this is the whole blueprint, and you can see the pattern of Devin Haney in the last few years. When he signed to fight what's his name? Gamboa. When Gamboa got knocked out by Tank Davis, and Gamboa came in with an Achilles injury, and he just about recovered from that. Then he went straight into the Devin Haney fight. Devin Haney was calling out Loma, calling out Tio. Devin Haney was calling out everybody. Even he called out Gary Russell. He called out Gary Russell Jr. But Devin Haney already had the Gamboa fight signed. You know what I'm saying? He had the Gamboa fucking fight signed. Now, when Devin Haney fought Jorge Linares, Devin Haney was calling out Lomachenko. Bill Haney was calling out Lomachenko. Bill Haney was calling out everybody, bro. But these guys already signed the dotted line with an old Jorge Linares. So this is the pattern for Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney is capping to the fans, and he knows how to sell it to the casuals. Devin Haney knows how to play the casuals. He knows how to get everybody excited about other fucking fights that he can have, while no one's talking about the George Kambosos fight. No one ain't talking about no George Kambosos fight, bro. So Devin Haney's Twitter war with Gervonta Tank Davis is way more exciting. So people are now talking about the Haney and Tank. And then Haney's going to take that to his fight. Haney knows that he need to come after Tank right now. Haney got a clout chase Tank. It's as simple as that, man. Haney got a clout chase Gervonta Tank Davis right now, bro. You get me? Let me see what Anthony Jones says. He pulled up on Teofimo after the Mikey Garcia fight, and he beat the guy who beat Teofimo. You guys really think Haney is scared? I never said he was scared. I said that Haney plays strategic. Haney plays like a very smart, strategic way. And he knows how to clout chase. And he knows how to clout chase. And he knows how to do it so that the fans think that Haney's after these guys. Come on, man. Keep it motherfucking real out here. Devin Haney knows how to clout chase. You get me? Devin Haney's smart in clout chasing. He knows when to do it and how to do it. And Twitter is Devin Haney's best fucking weapon when it comes to making attraction. While his fight's already fucking signed, he's out there having Twitter wars with the most exciting fighters of the world. If that don't tell you what Devin Haney's doing out here, then I can't help you. You get me? I can't help you, bro. You need to go and do some other shit. Get the fuck out of boxing and go do some aerobics. I'm just letting you know. Devin Haney is doing some clout chasing, and he continues it on every time he has a fight signed. It's smart strategy, though. Devin Haney's doing some smart shit, bro. That's very smart in my eyes. They know how to campaign like that. See, they know how to make the casuals interested that Devin Haney having war with Gervonta Tank Davis just before his fight with George Kambosos. So that will help Devin Haney. That will give him more of a profile because not many people are speaking about him in his rematch versus George Kambosos. They're not. You get me? But look, man, the Devin Haney topic's so boring sometimes. I feel like we're getting bored already about Devin Haney, bro. This is the most exciting shit that's happened. This is more exciting with him going back and forth with Gervonta fucking Tank Davis. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is more exciting for Devin Haney, bro. But yo, give me a second, man. I might just shut this one down. I don't think there's people in the fucking building out here. Yo, John McSmith, what's happening, John? Did you not get the Did you not get the notification, John? Can you hear me clearly though? Let me know. Yo, somebody let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And did you not get the notification, bruv? Man, I don't give a fuck who Bill Haney's got. I don't give a fuck who Bill Haney's got, bro. These dudes can be brainwashed. They can be in Bill Haney's pocket. It don't matter. All I'm saying is, ain't nobody going against Devin Haney here. We're just keeping it real on Devin Haney out here, bro. You don't want to end up like these brainwashed dudes, do you? You don't want to end up like these brainwashed, mad motherfuckers out here, bro.
Move. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move. 1, 2.
What the fuck, man? What do you mean no fucking notifications, bro? What do you mean no notifications, bro? Fucking hell. What's going on with this YouTube? What, Tycho TV? You never got a notification either, no? No? Alright, man. But yo, like I said, man, Devin Haney's doing, you can see the strategic role, right? You can see it yourself. And now when Lomachenko is now in position and he's actually there in the same promotion, now Devin Haney ain't calling him out though, is he? While he's fighting George Kambosos. Because you know that Devin Haney going to get shamed to fight Lomachenko because that fight can really happen. That fight can really happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Devin Haney calling out Tank Davis. But you already know that the Tank Davis fight can't happen after the George Kambosos fight. You know that that fight can't happen because Bob Arum got a 3-fight deal with Devin Haney. And Bob Arum ain't going to let the belts go to fucking TMT. He ain't going to take a risk anyway. And you know that Devin Haney clout chasing out here. Devin Haney doing some clout chasing, and it's his same cycle, bro. Been going on for years. This shit been going on for years. He been doing this to Lomachenko. And now that Lomachenko ready to fight anybody. Oh, no, no, no. Y'all got to ask my dad. You know, I might not be well. I might not be able to make weight. You heard him. Devin Haney said he might not be able to make weight, bro. But for Tank Davis, he can make weight. You get me? For Tank Davis, he can make weight. But for Lomachenko, now he can't make weight, maybe. I need to ask my daddy. You heard what Devin said, innit? Devin Haney said, John McSmith, I got to ask my daddy. Got to ask my pups, mate. You know what I mean? Got to ask the old man. I got to ask my father. I got to ask the boss man. But when it comes to every other fighter now, Devin calling them out direct. But for Lomachenko, no, I got to check with my team. I got to see how I feel. And then I got to speak to maybe my daddy. You know what I mean? That's the shit that I'm hearing. I'm just saying, ain't no hate. We're just keeping it real here. We know that Devin Haney got his own thing going on. He can do what the fuck he wants. The fans are still, you know what I mean, support Devin Haney out there across the pond. We got a lot of casual fans, delusional fans, and we got Haney fans. You get me? We got casual fans, we got delusional fans, and we got Haney fans out here. So, yo, all I'm saying is Devin Haney's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's playing strategic. But, yo, Devin Haney's so fucking boring. We don't even have anyone in the fucking building right now. Yo, D Calico. What's happening, D Calico? What's happening, D Calico, bro? You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney's conversation ain't even get a D Calico. Did you not get the notification? Hey, D, did you get the notification? Or you didn't get the notification, bro? Yo, D Calico, did you get the notification, bruv? Yo, what's happening, Con? Hey, let me send my brethren D Calico the link. D, you in the chat or what? I'm gonna send you the link for a minute. Yo, peace out. Yo, peace to Con, Bias Boxing, Elite, Daily. Notifications came. I just got home. Okay. Respect to you guys. But yo, D Calico, are you in the building? Hit that link. Hit that link, bro. I got a sore throat. I'm not even fucking well. Come over here and help me cook. Fucking, I hope I don't have that COVID, bro. You know what he's accomplishing, Con. You know what he's accomplishing, bro. Con, you're supposed to be more clever than... I know D Calico knows how boxing works because D Calico will tell you Javante Tank Davis is one of the biggest names in boxing. So if you've got a fight signed and you start going into a Twitter war with Javante Davis, it'll do a lot of good for you, won't it, D Calico? Yo, D.
Yeah, that's my bad. I was trying to unmute.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man. Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, Javante Tank Davis is a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? And he's the most extravagant unicorn we've ever seen. The reason I'm calling him a unicorn is just like, let's say Ryan Garcia. We know he's a unicorn. You know, one of these guys who don't have a belt, but is super famous, right? Well, Tank is turning that into dollars. So he might not have the belts, but he's more famous than anybody with a belt.
So why do you think these fighters have got Javante Tank Davis's name in their mouth? When they are signing, let me just say this. If they're signing, right, D, Calico, to fight other fighters, when they get into war with Tank Davis on Twitter, the excitement between the back and forth with anybody who talks to Tank Davis, it kind of helps them sell their own fight. So is this a marketing strategy for the fighter like Devin Haney to come against Tank right at the time, just before his big rematch in Australia?
Almost
and
definitely.
He's coming at Javante Tank. So is it he wants to get that attraction and try and make the fans, the casuals, coming by his fight? So he's calling out Tank. What do you think?
Most definitely. And after he defeats Cambosis, he's gonna call him out in the ring. You know what I mean? And then he's gonna find a way to dodge him. You know, he's probably gonna go to the next weight class. You know what I mean? Like, he don't want Tank, man. It's not a wise decision. I'm sure his lawyers are even telling him no. Everybody's vested in him. They can't, the people who invested in you, they can't stand to see you. Like, if you lose, they lose. And it's not about you getting beat up. No, our pockets are gonna get beat up. So Tank will knock your pockets out and add to his. You know what I mean? And like, these guys are already not making the big dollars that a Tank brings in anyways. So they know he's the big fish. The big fish is whoever you're going to get paid the most to fight. Like, wow, Pacquiao was the big fish if he had a belt or not. You know what I mean? Because if you fight Pacquiao, this fight is going to generate over $50 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Millions of dollars. You feel me? Like, these guys are playing with the lowest amount of millions. so they can't compare. You know, so they're always going to chase those big fish.
Yeah, but now let's keep it real and let's keep the facts. But before we keep going, let me give a shout out to a couple of my mates across the pond. We got my brethren who's a pilot. He travels all over the world now. His name's Epoxy Magic. Epoxy Magic in the house, man. Big supporter of ours. We got Con in the building, man. We got the one and only Danny Medina. You know, I don't know what it took you guys so long to fucking find us, but we've been cooking out here. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, D Calico, look, man, let's make logic out of it. We got Leo in the building. What's happening? Now let's keep it real. He did this. They do the same thing when they fought Gamboa. They did the same thing. They called out Lomachenko's name. They did the same thing when they did Jorge Linares with Gamboa. They called out Gary Russell and Loma. With Jorge Linares, they started coming at Tio and everybody else, and then they started coming at. But they were signing these fights already. Now the thing is, now that he's doing it to Tank Davis, he's coming at Tank 1 week or a couple of weeks before his fight, right? Now, I mean, he's coming at Tank, sorry, before his fight in Australia, right? So my thing is this. Is Tank Davis that big name that makes more attraction, more entertainment conversation for Devin Haney that nobody gives a fuck about the rematch? And Devin Haney's smart, yeah? Let me tell you how smart Devin Haney is, bro. Devin Haney is this smart that he's capping, yeah? But he's capping for a reason. See, he ain't capping for no reason. Devin Haney knows Javante Tank Davis is that guy. He's got that name. And just like D Calico said, there's nobody making that name and those numbers and the attraction like Javante Tank Davis. So by Haney coming at Tank and Haney attacking Tank right now when it's relevant, it's making more excitement for Devin Haney, while you know and I know that not many of us are interested in that rematch. Do you agree?
100%. I put it like this: is it? I can compare it to Errol Spence fighting Yugas again in a rematch versus Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. I don't think nobody wants to see Errol Spence fight Yugas ever again. You know, we all want to see him fight Bud though. You know,
Yeah.
so the same thing going with Cambosa. We don't want to see that, but
Yeah,
we
but
gonna.
I'm gonna also come to the facts of people always say here, yeah, but Devin Haney, bro, rap star Devin Haney wanted to fight Lomachenko, and Lomachenko didn't fight Devin Haney. He ducked Devin Haney. How many wars have you seen on YouTube about that conversation, bro?
Yeah, man, years, years,
Back and forth wars.
for
Now let me
years.
tell you, years, and you know that I know the WBC. You already know that Mauricio Suleiman is a friend of mine and comes to the channel. You know that.
Mhm. Yep.
The WBC no rap star, you know.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope you guys know that maybe I'm a small little channel across the pond, but I'm a connected motherfucker.
Yeah, you causing ripples in the pond.
Yeah, I'm a world connected guy, bro. I'll keep it real with you guys. But I want to give a shout out to some of the people. I got Jeff in the building, one of our brethren's Jeff across the pond. We got our sister Lisa Bells. I ain't seen Lisa Bells for a long time. Hey, Lisa
Ooh,
Bells.
Lisa, what's going on, sis?
I hope you're doing really well, Lisa. You know what I mean? All flowers to Lisa. But yo, come on, let's keep it real. We got Jose Garcia, and I just want to keep it here, right? Let's see. Con says Haney will end up fighting Loma now. Jeff, Lisa says, "What's up, Jeff? Haney Loma is the same side of the street matchup. Haney will put you in a what? Dreamland." Jose Garcia says Haney will put you in the dreamland. Big shout out to Joker. Hey, yo, where's Batman? I want to see Batman. We got Joker in the building. Let's get Batman in the building. Hey, they want to have Tank jump the line of the contenders as a move to get Tank and Haney a payday. They may even have to run a trilogy, deny the opportunity to all other contenders. Now, let me say this. Now, I know that at the end of the day, Tank also called Haney's name out. We're not stupid about that. We know that Tank been calling Haney's name out as well. But all I'm saying is, I know the Haney camp, I know Bill Haney, I know how it works. And we know that when they sign fights, they've got to go and have wars with the other fighters. See, Devin Haney knows the business of boxing. He knows that a lot of people are not that interested in this rematch with the Australian dude in Australia now. They also say a lot of boxing fans I'm watching in Australia. They've said a lot of people in England are saying it as well. I don't know what's going on here now, but you know, a lot of people in America now, D Calico, they're forgetting the sweet science and they're saying that Devin Haney's a boring sweet science. Now you've seen it across everywhere on the media, haven't you, lately? That Devin Haney is a
Yep.
bit boring of a fighter, right?
Yeah. For the last 2 years, you know, they've been calling him pillow fisted. And now, you know, that leads to being called boring. They did the same thing to Shakur Stevenson until he beat up that guy for the belts, you know?
So what I'm saying is, have fans lost interest in Haney because of his style of boxing and that he's not been knocking people out, and that really Devin Haney has become a fighter that has got the skills? Because we can't deny that, D Calico. We know that we're doing a live here, but you know, Rap Star, he keep it real. You know that. That Devin Haney got motherfucking skills. Whether they like it or they hate it, Devin Haney got skills. Now, the problem is that jab and grab, that Devin Haney style of jabbing, hitting you with a quick flash right punch, get ducking low, trying to get out of your punches, go back out of position, come back into position, jab you again. You know, that's enough for Devin Haney, bro. Now they say Devin Haney don't knock people out. Now you know, boxing is, you know, Devin Haney's skills are not getting the respect that he deserves. See, Devin Haney ain't getting the respect from his best jab, from his moving, from the way that he can move out of danger, the way that he ducks in and out, and the way that he can hit you with a flash right. Right? Devin Haney can hit you with a quick jab, a quick 1-2, and get out of position. See, Devin Haney got good skills, but the problem is he's not hurting these cats. And the fans are slowly going against Devin Haney. Now, this is what I'm seeing even in Australia. Even they're saying in Australia that Devin Haney bored a lot of the fucking fans. And he has got skills, but he ain't getting the fucking respect from all the boxing world for his skills. So now people don't really care about the fucking rematch because they're like George Kambosos can't really do. George Kambosos ain't giving Devin Haney the fight. It's got to be a good fighter who's going to make Devin Haney fight. It's going to take a strategic fighter who's going to slip the jab and get on the inside and hurt Devin Haney. Now, Linares did hurt Devin Haney. We've seen Devin Haney do the stinky leg in the 10th round against Linares, but Devin Haney won every other round. So my question goes here. That at the end of the day, Haney knows what the fans are saying about Haney. Haney not stupid. So at this point, Haney got to come at Tank Davis. And Haney's got the message, whether you like it or you hate it. Haney knows this, bro. Haney ain't stupid, you know, D Calico. He knows that Rap Star, D Calico, Jose Garcia, Joker, it's gone all the way to IFL TV, which is one of the biggest platforms in England. It's gone all the way to Seconds Out. It's gone all the way to Fight Hype. It's even coming on to ESPN now. That Devin Haney is boring. But the man got fucking skills.
I ain't gonna lie, like he's only boring, like you say, like being that he has skills, he's only boring to those who don't understand, you know, the technique.
Explain this. Yeah, explain to the whole fans, bro.
You know, like every boxing match should be an opportunity to learn how to defend yourself. You know, and Devin Haney does it. You know, he does it the very best. if you really wanted to do what boxing is, like we know it's all about hitting, and not getting hit. Every boxer says that. They come out of there, you know, even if they won, they might got a, you know, a black eye or, you know, a busted lip, and they be like, yeah, you know, the point of boxing is to hit and not get hit. Well, the only person doing that at the highest level is Devin Haney. And people are mad because he won't get hit. They're not, you know, they're not really just mad that he's not knocking people out. They're mad he's not getting knocked out. You know, because he's doing his job is the whole point. You know, now maybe we just need some kind of competition. Like Teofimo Lopez won't let him leave without a war. We need people like that. We need the tanks. We need to see him forced into the corner, you know, back against the wall. We need to see him in wars because he might be stronger than he even knows. You know what I mean? So this is what we're asking for. But like I said, people need to pay attention to the technicalities and the technique, and you can learn a lot, or you can learn to appreciate Devin Haney, because guess what? You can't do what he does. He's that good.
So let's keep it real in this channel, right? Because I know we get a lot of Devin Haney haters as well. Am I right? Because of the way they don't like his exciting style. They compare him to the other guys, and the other guys are knocking people the fuck out. You talk about Ryan Garcia, who don't have the Devin Haney skills, but he just knocked the fuck out of Javier Fortuna. You talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis took man's head off. The problem is, you know, yeah, D Calico makes good points. That Devin Haney got the skills though. And isn't boxing about getting hit and not get hit? When it's all said and done though, I'm asking you, Con, Brian, X, that Devin Haney hit and not get hit, at the end of the day, is boxing at its best, isn't it? And also D Calico makes good points here. That what about if Devin Haney goes into the ring with somebody who is a dog? He needs to mix it up with those elite guys.
Like he got the tools, you know. He got all the tools in the tool bag.
No,
I
sorry.
mean,
So I had to come back there, man. Sorry. So yeah, I'm back, D. He got the
yeah,
tools. He got
yeah.
the tools, but the problem is, D Calico, you got to remember this as well. The rest of the guys who had the skills, they also know how to hurt people. With Devin Haney, he's too defensive. This is what we hear. And Devin Haney also is a fighter that when he's better than a guy, he doesn't put a job on them. He don't make a fucking example out of a fighter. He's always in with a fight where the fighter's never hurt. The fighter still is unscathed in a way. Yeah, the fighter gets outpointed, but you know, these other guys are putting people to sleep. So it's hard to compare because the boxing fans of today, they want to see excitement. They're not into this. Now, the sweet science, yeah, there's a sweet science to Devin Haney. That's a fact. There's a sweet science to Devin Haney. That's a fact. But the sweet science ain't no Mayweather sweet science, where Mayweather will start pop shotting you, hitting you, and showboating on you, and Mayweather will start hurting you with shots. The difference is Mayweather was totally outclassing people, which weren't on that level. And when Mayweather was Devin Haney's age, he was knocking people the fuck out. You talk about Sugar Ray Leonard. The man was giving you such excitement, Sugar Ray Leonard would make people quit. Sugar Ray Leonard had power and skills.
See, I ain't gonna lie. And I ain't gonna lie, I think it's good that the people pushing him and challenging him like that, because what it's gonna take from him to not only give us the excitement, but eventually also knock people out, he's gonna have to become a volume puncher. You know, like if you really want to make the people happy, you have to become a volume puncher, Devin Haney, because you got the skills. Show that shit off hit these motherfuckers like a speed bag, man. I know I think he's, afraid of the one punch that could come in the middle of that. But man, we like wars, man. So if you got the skills to give a 5-piece and only get hit one time, get hit one time, man, and give up a 5-piece. We want to see these things. We want to see something nobody else in boxing can do. I'm tired of y'all hitting speed bags so phenomenally. I want to see that on a person. You know what I mean? Like man, you see how like quick Teofimo Lopez hands up? Man, I want to see that on somebody's head. Same thing, especially for Devin Haney, man. For real. I need more value.
My thing is,
more value.
look, I'm gonna start agreeing with something you said earlier. Maybe there's two things to Devin Haney now. Maybe the fans might want to see him in a fight where he gets knocked down. Maybe that's why they'll pay for Devin Haney, because, like you said, right, there's always a negative turns into a positive, right? Now, when people hated Floyd Mayweather, they wanted to see Floyd lose, correct?
Yes, sir. 1,000,000%.
So if Devin Haney keeps winning with his boring style, there's going to be everybody wanting to watch him when he gets into a fight. They're hoping that this fighter will do something to him, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, if that fighter can't beat Devin Haney, and Devin Haney wins in his, style of jabbing, moving out the way, grabbing, jabbing, moving out the way, what the fuck would the fans say if he did that to Lomachenko? Devin Haney then becomes from a boring fighter to an elite, skillful fighter that people, even if you're bored of him, you love him or you hate him, you're going to pay to watch him because he's a man who can beat the guys.
Hey, has Devin Haney fought a black boxer? And if so, like, when was the last time he's fought a black boxer? I think it was like, what, about 5 years ago?
I don't know, but I don't know when's the last time Devin Haney fought a black guy. Right? You just come out with that one. I got to go check.
Yeah, man.
But look, you're right about that. Maybe styles make fights. Now, we know that at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. The same guy that he was saying, that Devin Haney was saying that, oh, man, he ducked me. Lomachenko ducked me. We found out from Mauricio Suleiman that there wasn't a duck. And in the history of the sport, I'm going to tell everybody this. How many people right now, let's stop the cat. And let's stop this. Let me stop this Lomachenko duck. It never, ever existed. It never did exist. Lomachenko's back from the war at 30 fucking something years old. And he's calling out Devin Haney straight away. Or whoever's got the belts. So Devin Haney, Lomachenko didn't care who he was going to fight either. But let's keep it real now, D. Calico. In the history of boxing, every unification has been bigger than a voluntary fight. True or false?
Yeah. Normally.
What do you mean normally? When Errol Spence, no, let's keep it real. When Errol Spence went and fought Ugas, they had to fucking get Stanionis to get on the step aside. So really, did Errol Spence duck Stanionis? Did your fighter, Errol Spence, which is one of the baddest men that you know, he would not duck a B+ fighter like Stanionis? But because Stanionis was in position, they went and fought Ugas for a bigger fucking fight. And they avoided Stanionis. Did Errol Spence duck Stanionis?
Not at all, but avoid, yes.
Avoid for what reason though?
Yeah, for
bigger fights.
Yeah, for way bigger.
For bigger fights. When Lomachenko went and fought Teofimo Lopez, let's just keep it real. Teofimo Lopez knocked the fuck out of Richard Comey. In the second round, Teofimo Lopez knocked out Richard Comey and took the IBF belt. True or false?
Yes, sir, true.
At that time, Lomachenko wanted to become bigger than he was. What was he meant to do? He did the same thing as fucking Errol Spence. Went and had a unification fight.
Yeah. That's not ducking. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's solid.
Lomachenko never, ever ducked. And even I'm going to tell you this. Bill Haney got told to his face by Mauricio Suleiman that they were in a tournament. And when they entered that tournament, they already were told that they were not going to be fighting Loma. Loma's going to try and become undisputed. Do you get me? So what I'm saying is, if Devin Haney was going to use Lomachenko's name, saying that Loma this, Loma that, Loma this.
Oh, so the same thing he doing with Gervonta right now.
He's doing the same thing with Gervonta Tank Davis. What I'm saying is, Loma is back now. You know Bob Arum's got a 3-fight deal with Devin Haney now. 3-fight deal. If he had won against Kambosos, he has a rematch. After the rematch, he's got one more fight with Devin Haney. You think Bob Arum, the biggest gangster in boxing, the Bob father, is going to let those belts go to TMT for Devin Haney to fight Tank Davis? Do you think so, D. Calico?
You say is he gonna let him fight?
Do you think he would let Devin Haney, when he's the guy who's in charge now, he's the promoter, right? He's got Devin Haney. Do you think he thinks that fight's possible, that the belts are going to stay with Top Rank?
No, man. Like I already said, that anybody invested in him, even his lawyers would tell him no. His doctor would probably tell him no. You know, literally. You feel me? Like, it'll be so many reasons not to fight Tank. It's only one reason to fight Tank, and that's for the fans. Now, if you love the fans, you're gonna fight Tank. If you are a true businessman, you ain't stepping in the motherfucking ring with Tank, because the risk probably outweighs the reward.
Yeah. But look, man, let's keep it real, bro. At the end of the day, boxing is boxing. You're meant to be a boxer with a smart brain. And if you don't know how to market yourself and do these Twitter wars and do what you got to do before your fight is there, like D. Calico told everyone, well, the biggest name at lightweight right now is Gervonta Tank Davis.
In boxing, maybe. I'm just saying, like, the biggest draw, the biggest attraction in America. Because one thing about, your part of the world, the pond, over there in the pond where you at,
yeah,
every fight is going to be well served, But in America, we so picky. We're not going to, I don't think we're really boxing enthusiasts. We just like killer fights. So, Canelo and Gervonta and Deontay Wilder are all we have, and Errol Spence, but you got to be a killer in America. And out of all of them, Gervonta is obviously the most popular, because how did he get so popular and he didn't even have any belts? Everybody else had belts. That's why they're popular.
But let me tell you this. Gervonta Tank Davis has also moved very strategically, but he been knocking out his fucking opponents, most of them. Yeah. And the thing with Tank Davis, he does come for that smoke. He does give you
action.
He gives you action. He's not just about winning these fucking fights.
Yeah, he's not a pretty boy.
Yeah, and he's not trying to hug it out. He ain't doing what these Devin Haneys and these guys are doing, bro. This guy's coming in for war.
Man, it was more. People could say what they want about Gervonta and versus Isaac Cruz. That fight was more action than Kambosos and Haney.
But there's a reason why that fight was action, bro. Gervonta Tank Davis, you guys would have got to keep it real in rap star boxing. Lisa, Jose Gomez, Con, X. You know what I mean? Funk Rates, keep it real. You say that Isaac Cruz gave Tank Davis a big, hard fight. The only reason that fight was hard is because Tank Davis fucked up his arm in the second round.
Yep.
You guys have got to keep this shit real,
but that made it such a close fight that, man, Tank showed a lot of skills. I mean, major skill. I mean, bro, he brought out skills I haven't seen even Devin Haney bring out. Because it was like a do or die situation. So you saw the truth coming out of Gervonta. Like, he really showed you, I got more skills than y'all thought I did. I just don't have to use it. Because if his arm would have been all right, he would have just knocked the guy out. But truth be told,
we made the biggest thing out of Isaac Cruz because of that close fight with Tank. But
Yeah.
let's keep it logical, mate. Right? We're from the other side of the pond. Your boy Tank Davis damaged his fucking hand in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could see Tank Davis got skills, yeah? He outboxed Isaac Cruz with one fucking arm.
Yep.
So now we're saying Isaac Cruz is that guy, right? Because Isaac Cruz gave Tank a close fucking fight when Tank fucking injured himself with one arm.
Yep. And
Tank showed everybody that he got not just killer mentality, right? Tank got boxing skills.
Yep.
Tank knows how to move his fucking feet like Devin Haney does.
Superb. Like a cat.
And let me tell you, yeah, like a ninja.
Yeah.
Tank's like a little ninja.
Yep.
And let me tell you guys, Tank Davis, because of his experience, he knows how to fight on the back foot. He can fight when the other guy's more aggressive. You saw what he did to Rolly Romero.
Ooh, that's what I want. That's what I've always wanted. I love.
Hey, let me tell you what Tank Davis can do to our boy Devin Haney. Now we know Devin Haney good, yeah, but you see Tank Davis can set Devin Haney up for traps.
Yep, he can play. He can fight differently. He got styles.
Tank Davis got different styles. You guys are underestimating Tank Davis, bro.
Yeah, he know how to play
Davis
chicken.
Can box with Haney.
He know how to play chicken.
Yeah, Tank Davis knows how to play fucking chicken and second best.
And he's the bully. Like, did you see when he shook his hand against Raleigh? He made Raleigh think he hurt his hand. You know, maybe he did hurt his hand, but he was making Raleigh feel like, oh, shit, I'm not going to be able to punch you.
Yeah, but let me just tell my brothers over here on the other side of the pond, especially my Mexican brothers like Jose Garcia. He says, so Rap Star, why no rematch with little Isaac Cruz? Yeah, the rematch can happen, but I promise you, in the rematch, Isaac Cruz is going to get stopped.
Yep.
If Tank Davis is healthy, bro, Jose Garcia, Tank's going to stop Isaac Cruz. In that fight, yeah, Jose, you can tell Jose, right? He was injured, so he had to fight a different fight. You know what I mean? So just watch. If that fight was ever a rematch, Tank Davis will stop. I'm not saying Pitbull ain't a good fighter.
I love
Pitbull's aggressive. I like Pitbull. I like Pitbull.
He's good for boxing. You know,
Pitbull's a good fighter.
Yep.
But you know what? He isn't really good.
He's not skillful. He's not skillful.
He's not smart. He's not smart. But you know what I see though? I think people underestimate this. I think people think that Tank Davis can only hurt people.
Yeah, slug it out.
Nah, Tank Davis is a ninja. He's a ninja.
Like people who think that, they just watch highlights. They don't watch the whole fight. You know, they saw the highlight, like, wow, that guy can really punch. No, that guy can really fight. Guy can really box. That guy can really defend himself. He can attack your ass. He can do it all. You know, and he been showing a lot of left hand lately. Like he knocked Raleigh out with the left hand. Like he been showing, like ever since the Isaac Cruz fight, when he fought the whole fight with one hand, like he been really showing that left hand.
Yeah.
Imagine, like we would all be scared if this was Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder came up with a left hand or with the skills that we seeing on Gervonta, we would all bow down to the king. But we trying to act like he's not the man because he's such a lightweight.
Yo, here's the link.
Short guy.
Here's the link for somebody who wants the link. Go on,
Lisa,
the link.
Lisa Bales, come on up, sis. We ain't heard from you.
Well, yeah. So I'm just saying this, bro. Everybody's got different styles. I think Tank Davis can box and he's got an aggressive style. You saw with Rolly Romero, right? But we know that Tank ain't fought elite, but it don't matter. What we're seeing here now is Tank as a complete fighter. So when the top guy fights Tank Davis, they're going to be in trouble too. Yeah,
because he's elite. He's elite, no matter what they say.
Look, Tank fought, like you said, even as a chicken. And that's not even Tank really likes to fight like that. But he's smart. He knew how to just analyze Rolly. Rolly was coming with hard punches. And then he was setting Rolly up. Then once he, he was losing rounds. He was losing rounds against Rolly Romero. People were like, yeah, Rolly won that round. But then when Tank Davis just set him up Boom.
Yep.
There was no more Rolly.
Man, it's
It was
hard.
over for Rolly
Bro,
Romero, bro.
it is
One punch,
hard.
one punch destroyed the kid.
Bro, that's what I be saying. People supposed to do that. Because that's what he does to the speed bag. You know what I'm saying? Like he shows phenomenal speed on the speed bag. I like to see that happen in real time. And bro, it's hard to even see that punch in slow motion.
Yeah.
Like if it, thank God for slow motion. You can't see that punch. It looks like all he did was duck out of there. Like if you, anybody knows boxing, when you when you duck like that and dip, roll, when you roll through that punch, most people just getting the hell out of dodge. They don't have the ability to let off a rocket.
Mm. Yo, what's
Yeah.
happening, Lisa Bell? It's been a long time. How you doing, Lisa?
I'm good. Sometimes I be listening in. I've been really busy lately.
Peace
Okay.
to you, sis.
So it depends on good seeing y'all too. It depends on the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
depends on the
Lisa,
time.
somebody was in the chat. They were saying somebody's talking cap. So I've sent the link. So, yo, you said that somebody's talking cap. Who's talking cap, bro? I've sent you the link. Hit the link. This is Rap Star Boxing. Ain't nobody ducking nobody. Send that link out there, bro. Where you at? But yo, Lisa, what do you think
Yeah.
about this, Lisa?
Look, I'm not yes, Tank is a good fighter. We know this. He's a good fighter. But uh I'm not gonna crown nobody something that they haven't done in the ring. You know what I mean? You still gotta see it in the ring. And I respect more of what um Devin and what's his name Shakur is doing, because they're not trying to like they trying to fight the best, become undisputed. And I get it. I know that Devin still has more people to fight, but in that 135 division. But what I'm just saying is that I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid that Ella B and
Yeah,
Floyd and them is. I'm just not drinking it.
I hear you.
Because what they're trying to do is he's a star,
Mm.
he's this, they always talk about A side and all, you know what I mean? It's what you do in the ring. Now when Tank fought Pedraza, that was an impressive performance, but you still have to fight, iron sharpens iron. You still have to fight like, good competition. They've been
Mm.
saying him and Lomachenko for years. His trainer just said the stars and the moon have to be aligned for him to fight. Look, don't nobody got time for all of that. And me and Khan was saying in the comment section,
Mm.
when you look at these fighters, like I'm looking at who trained you also. Devin Haney was trained for a long time by Floyd Sr., who is a defensive fighter. So he's a safety fighter first. He doesn't fight in the pocket like Floyd Jr. does. But he do have like kind of fast feet or whatever. His footwork is pretty fast, yeah. But what
Hey,
I was, huh?
I'm gonna ask your sister, out of Devin, Shakur, and Tank, who is the best opponent either one of them have fought?
Um, the best opponent Tank has fought, in my opinion,
No, I mean
so
like
far.
out of all of them, which one of them have ever fought a truly good fighter that we should say, wow, well he did beat such and such. Like what fighter is
But
better than the rest?
that's what I was gonna say. I think Pedraza was Tank's best fighter on his record so far, in my opinion. Um, for Devin, I would say, what's the older guy's name again?
The one that almost knocked him out.
Oh
Not knocked him out,
God,
but the one that buzzed him.
Linares.
Linares.
Linares was a good 135 pounder.
Yeah,
Like
that was a
I'm
respectable
going by,
victory.
yeah, that was a good win.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
what's
yeah.
his name? He right here from where I'm at, Shakur. Lord, I
Stevenson.
forgot his name. Shakur, I would say his best win is Oscar Valdez.
I mean, I think Raleigh can beat everybody we just named. I'm just saying
Raleigh who?
Raleigh will beat all those guys.
Who is Raleigh?
Raleigh Romero.
You got it. You know what? I'm getting off of this screen right now. I'm getting the hell
don't
out
go
of
nowhere,
here.
sir. Don't go nowhere, sir. No, I'm not saying that I'm not saying Raleigh will beat Devin or Shakur. I'm saying that he'll beat Pedraza and
What? I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Somebody, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. Did you just say he would be Pedraza?
I mean, I think he can knock him out.
Oh my gosh!
You know.
Wait a minute. He gonna be. Do you know how slick Pedraza is? Pedraza's a good boxer. Rolly.
So would he knock out Rolly? How you gonna get Rolly off him?
Oh man, I'm speechless.
Well, what about Linares? Does he stand a chance with Linares? Linares will get him out of there too.
And Rolly ain't beating none of them guys.
Hey, Rapstar, what you say?
Let's introduce the new person in the house. What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
What do you think about this conversation we're having here, bro?
Yeah, so man, listen. First of all, just FYI, I'm a Tank Davis fan, but the 135 division is definitely very unstable, right? I don't think we as we as a general public know if Tank Davis is really the best at 135. Let me give you my reasons why. Being a Tank Davis fan, Mayweather has already said publicly that he's not interested in Tank, right? Making quote unquote other promotional companies more money. So he tries to keep everything in house. And I think people forget that Isaac Cruz was a cherry pick gone almost wrong, right? The injury that happened between Isaac Cruz and Tank Davis, that, like I said, that was a cherry pick. You know, that was a late replacement. For whatever reason, Rolly Romero, they said that, with the allegations or whatever, he was cleared. And to be honest with you, he was injured. And a lot of people, even after the fight, some people were like, well, if he's injured, why was, people didn't see him in the cast afterwards. There was like no injury report or anything like that. That's one thing, right? When he fought Rolly Romero, in my opinion, I thought Rolly Romero was actually outboxing him, man. That's just my opinion.
No, you're right. He was outboxing him.
He was outboxing him,
in
and we're
some
talking
rounds.
about exactly. And you may, Tank Davis fans, which I am one of them, they might say, well, he was setting him up. Okay, but you got to understand, Rolly Romero is a bigger natural 135, right? And I think it was he got him with that clean hook. Like, I think he got him with that clean look, and he knocked him out. Here's my thing. This is the reason why I feel also Devin Haney is not getting the respect he deserves at 135, is because we as the fans still to this day do not know who is the best 135. Is it Ryan Garcia? Is it Tank Davis? Is it Devin Haney? We know it's not Cambosis, right? I still, as a Teofimo Lopez fan, it's still unfortunate that he lost to Cambosis, right? Because when we look at David Haney, he literally got the easiest undisputed fight that I've ever seen, like victory, right? Yes, we give him props. He went to Australia, but that was the only way he would win in Australia, by completely dominating, which he did. So I think that's just my opinion. I think that's why 135 is so interesting, because we, with Loma back in the picture, what did I say about the division? So that's just kind of my take on that.
Hey, my guy, thanks for your take, though. Stay on the panel and introduce yourself. You come to my house where, you're new to us. Who are you and where did you come from?
Oh, yeah, no cap boxing, man, out of New York. So I've been watching you. I've been having a good time laughing in the chat. And I was like, oh, man, they're talking about Tank Davis. Let me just give my own perspective on that. Because, like I said, I know there's a lot of fanboys out there, but I ain't one of them. I'm a realist when it comes to the sport of boxing. I don't like the Floyd protection plan. I think it's a real thing. I think, unfortunately, as a Tank fan, I've already given up on the idea that I will see Tank fight the best. I just don't think that's going to happen. They're trying to build Tank, which he is, into a superstar, but he will not. He look. I asked this to a channel. I asked this before. I'm not going to say what big channel, but I asked him, and I got kind of blocked from the chat. And
From
I
whose
asked this
chat?
question.
From
Now,
whose
I ain't
chat?
gonna say. I ain't gonna say. Listen.
Because I'm
I
just
can
gonna say
imagine.
this, my brother, that
Yeah.
everybody knows that Rapstar doesn't block anybody, and none of
Respect.
my guys don't block anybody here, bro.
Respect. But
I
this is
already
something
know
that
who it was because they
this
blocked me. I can
this
guarantee.
this gets Tank Davis fans
Wow.
upset. All I ask, I say, yo, this is for the Tank fanboys. I say, yo, let me know what is Tank's biggest win, and the response is, who cares? So, and that's the
Wow.
thing, man.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
the type
bro.
of
Hey, bro.
person that, yeah.
Hey, bro. You can't be a Crawford fan.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, I rock with Crawford a little bit. I'm not like the biggest fan, but I'm the type of person that says, man, who you fight matters. Who you fight matters, and
Yeah, because I'm just
that's
saying
my approach.
Bob Arum taught Mayweather that recipe, and Bob Arum is always executing that same recipe with his fighters,
Mhm.
and that's why I'm saying Bud is that. Not to
Mhm.
say he's not skillful. He's super skillful. That don't
Yeah.
mean but I still don't think he's gonna be ready for my boy Spence. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
Spence been to war before. He been to war like every fight he wants war.
All right, let's go there. No, D Calico, let's go straight there.
Are you
We're
kidding
gonna
me?
go. Wait, no, at least let me just say this though. I wanna get this off now. Errol
Yeah.
Spence and Terence Crawford, it has to be a 50-50 fight. You would expect both of these champions are both at a level that they're both unbeaten. One's a free weight world champion. One's been better fighting better welterweights in his division, but the other guy's got more accolade. So here we got a fight with Errol Spence versus Crawford. It's a very tough fight for either man. But saying that you favor Spence that much against Crawford is kind of like I'd say it's a bit of an unfair justice there, D Calico.
No, I already said he's the more skillful fighter. We know that. I'm saying he's
No, we
not
don't.
he's not ready. He's not
I
ready
don't.
for this
I
kind of
don't think
smoke.
he is the most skillful fighter.
He's not ready for this kind of smoke.
Nah,
Is
he
what I'm
gotta be
saying.
ready for this smoke. Come on. Look, I'm a
Who
Spence
has
fan.
he ever
No, no,
fought to
no, no. But
prepare
look,
him?
I'm a Spence fan, right? I'm a Spence fan. But
All right.
also, Bud Crawford's shown me that every man that they put in front of him, he starts to dominate them afterwards, bro. And he finds a way to stop these guys. And look, nobody ain't stopped
Yeah.
no Sean Porter. Nobody no fucking stop no Sean
That
Porter.
wasn't no stop. That wasn't no stop. That
No,
was
but
lame.
what we're saying is though, he still dropped Sean Porter twice, right?
So did Spence.
Spence dropped him once.
He dropped him twice.
No, Errol Spence dropped Sean Porter once,
Once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Now I'm saying that Terence Crawford's shown he got power at that division. Crawford's shown he got power as well. So he ain't got just skills, he got power. But the difference is Errol Spence got a more of a gas tank than Crawford. I will say that though, in Spence's favor. He's more of a he starts fast. He likes to
Who?
dominate fast, and he likes to
Who?
take rounds. Errol
Okay.
Spence likes to
Okay. Yeah.
dominate
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
And
Because
Errol
Crawford
Spence
starts
has
slow.
got more of a gas tank, and Errol Spence throws more punches to the head, to the body, all through 12 rounds than Terence Crawford does.
Crawford is only one thing. He's a finisher. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he smells blood, he is the best closer in the game to me. Like, he's gonna finish you. But he won't smell blood in this fight. And he starts way too slow for a guy that outpunches everybody in boxing. That's gonna land this many body punches on him. That's
What
gonna
do you think
put
about
this
it, Lisa?
greater jab on him.
What do you
It's
think about what D
it ain't
Calico
gonna
said?
happen. Bud Crawford gonna beat the shit out of Earl Spence.
What? Lisa
And I've
said
said
that Bud
that
Crawford
I've
gonna
said
beat the
that from
shit
day
out of Errol
one.
Spence, you know.
If they would have want this fight could have been happened, okay? They just aging Bud out. That's all. They looking for some slippages. That's all. It's nothing new
What
to me. I've been seeing this for years in boxing. They
what
waiting for
you
something.
I think that's why he be fighting bums because he been saving his body.
oh
He been
shit.
saving his body for Errol Spence one day.
Oh
You
shit.
know,
No, no,
he's so fresh.
he okay, so he left Top Rank. He couldn't get the fights. No
He ain't had a fight yet.
no one on the PBC wanted to fight him. That's why I respect Sean Porter because he was the only one that did it.
Oh man, and that was an exhibition. That was the
They
lamest fight.
known for they known for not having fights over there and
Was
blocking
was
fights.
that not an exhibition fight?
What?
That was an
Him and
exhibition fight, right?
okay.
That was
That's
a
what you call
high
it.
look. That was a high profile sparring session.
That's what you want to call it. At least Sean got up and got in the ring with him. Danny Garcia did. We're still waiting to see if
Danny Garcia
Spence.
beat Benavidez. How about that?
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
that don't
No,
mean
I'm
nothing, do it?
talking about. No, that's
Yeah,
not what
it
I'm
means something.
saying. I'm saying is that not none of them fought Bud Crawford. He was a welterweight. Same time they were. So there's no excuses. I'm not making no excuses for these. I'm not
Benavidez took
making no
him to
excuses for these
war.
guys. I'm not making no excuses for these. Oh,
Well,
you talking
Crawford
about
war.
Benavidez, the other one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Benavidez took Crawford to war.
yeah, and he knocked him out in the 12th round. Okay,
Benavidez is a slouch.
Benavidez was a good fighter.
He's not even a gatekeeper. He's
Well,
a he not. He's the garden keeper.
it,
Like he. That's
Earl
what he
Spence
is.
ain't all that. He's not
All right.
all that.
I like the conversation. Let's go to the
Trust me,
new let's
he's
go
not
to the
all that.
let's go
He's
to
not
the new
nothing that
brother.
I've never seen before.
Hey, I'm loving this one, Lisa. Let's go to the new brother. Let's see what the man from New York is saying. What do you think about this conversation, Spence and Bud?
Yeah, that's definitely the fight that people want to see, man. That's probably the biggest fight to be made right now in the sport of boxing. You're looking at accomplishments, right? You're looking at someone like Bud Crawford, who became undisputed at 140. You ask me, what's his toughest fight or what's his biggest win? You're gonna say Jeff Horn, right? That was probably the biggest notoriety win that he got. But then you look at someone like Spence, who's been dominating at 147. But one thing I will tell you about Spence, he likes to take the fight in the middle of the ring, right? The last fight he just did with Ugas, you saw that. You saw that. You saw a lot of like ground and
Yeah.
pound, a lot of dirtiness, like just getting in there and getting gritty. I respect that,
Hmm.
but we look at resumes. We see, Mikey Garcia, right, who really wasn't a true 147. That I don't know. We should give him that one, but what we got: Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Ugas, like he's been doing his thing at 147. But then you really have to look at like styles make fights, right? That's the
Hmm.
big thing. Style makes fight. And Spence being who he is, even a lot of the legends, man, they're picking Bud Crawford to beat Errol Spence.
Cause
And
they know, cause they know the real.
yeah, I
No,
think there's the reason for
they're not
that.
gonna put no money on it. They
And
just talking.
here's my thing, man. I believe Bud Crawford is a better boxer than Spence, right? Um, the Sean Porter fight showed me that he's a killer, right? Because when it kind of looked like Sean Porter was doing his thing, but then Bud Crawford just had to step it up a notch and got Sean Porter out of there. Now, again, it's a 50-50 fight. I think if the fight is not in the center of the ring, I'm going to favor more Bud Crawford, right? If we're doing more of the boxing, outside the ring, move and go, move and go. I think Bud has it. I think if they get in the middle of the ring and they're clenched up and they're getting in there doing some work to the body, I can see Spence pulling it off, right? Because that's where Spence is more comfortable at, in my opinion, and that's just kind of my take on that. But do I think it'll happen? I'm hoping. The thing that people don't realize about the tank, and I mean, be the fight between Spence and Bud, the PBC has to pay now Bud Crawford, right? He's an independent, right? He doesn't have a promotional company behind him. I think maybe even the fight could have happened more sooner if he was still with Top Rank. Let me explain why, right? Because Bob Arum and Al Heyman could have come to the table and been like, okay, Al Heyman, you're gonna pay Terrence Crawford, and then Bob Arum, you're gonna pay Bud Crawford, right? But now the PBC has to pay for Bud Crawford, and I'm pretty sure that Bud Crawford is not going to be comfortable with that 1 or 2 million which they're paying their PBC fighters, right? He's going to want 5 to 7 million, So I know there's been like talks about, a 3-deal fight, which would be amazing. But again, it comes down to money, man. At the end of the day, this is for Undisputed at 147. Both of these guys have an undefeated record, and both of them want to get paid. And that's kind of where we're at with that, man.
Hey, can I ask you real quick from your expertise? What fighter or what like I'm trying to think of a fighter that Errol Spence fought that had another fight, shortly after. Like I don't think nobody even has fights to, like they don't have man, but basically he's retiring these guys. Or he's sitting them down for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna a trilogy against Errol Spence. I don't think nobody can go back to back with Errol Spence is what I'm really saying.
Yeah.
If they went back to back with any of the other fighters in the past, what make y'all think they can't go back to back with Errol Spence?
Man, he would kill. So Yugas right now. You want him to fight Yugas again?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's no different than any other fighter that I've seen in the past that people have went wars with.
Yeah, right. No.
I've seen way better fighters than him. And
I understand,
people
but
still came out of that war.
His competition isn't like that. His competition ain't Marvin Hagler them, is what I'm saying. So
no, I get you. I get that part.
There's some pain and punishment that people ain't ready for, is what I'm saying. Not back to back. They can't handle it one good time. Nobody. Like Mikey Garcia pretty much retired. Danny Garcia act like he got in the car wreck after. You know what I mean? That go for Sean Porter too. Like all of them just take a long layoff. Like they just want to go enjoy their money and count their blessings.
I don't think it had nothing to do with that.
I mean, look, there's pros and cons. Maybe it's the payday. Pros and cons in both fighters, bruv. Pros and cons in both fighters.
Yeah.
Even Bud gets touched. Errol Spence gets touched. Either man can get hurt. It's boxing at the end of the day.
It wasn't like no Gotti war type of war that he's been in. I've never seen that.
I know what you mean, but he's been in wars because Carol Brook was a great boxer when they fought. And he was stronger. He was the bigger man. Everything.
Now you guys are with me, yeah? Do you mind if I take it back to England for a minute?
For sure.
All right, we're gonna take this to my town, my country. Now, if you're a hardcore boxing fan, you already know Lisa knows everything about their dads and everything. So we know that the fight with Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. is the dad's legacy, legends, what their dads have done, that they're fighting for their dads, what they left behind. Now, what I'm gonna say is, this fight's coming up soon. It's really hyped up in my country. There's big billboards. When you're driving and you're driving near Wembley or driving near the airport to Heathrow, you can be driving anywhere and you're going to see big boards in the buses and big, out there showing you that this fight is coming. You know what I mean? So in England, it's a big fight. It's sold out within minutes, Lisa. Right?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Within minutes. So I'm just going to say this as we're speaking about the fighters here. This guy, Chris Eubank Jr., who's the bigger man, he's not taking the fight serious. He came up on these fights on the weekend, on these YouTubers' fights, and he was standing there eating KFC bucket of 15-piece. He got 15-piece KFC chicken. They asked him interviews, and he's actually trolling the fight. And if you guys know, right, Chris Eubank doesn't act like this normally. And Chris Eubanks was eating this fried chicken, saying, yo, man, he said, listen, he said, look, Conor Ben, I don't believe the hype behind this kid. He's coming up, and you guys think he's going to do something to me. Yeah, our dads have done something, but I'm not going to train to the level that I would have trained for these other guys. Is that a mistake for Chris Eubanks Jr., Lisa?
Yeah, that's a mistake. Yeah, I saw him with the Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was at the KSI event. Yeah, it's a mistake, and you can't take any fight lightly. Even though it's at a catch weight, we're talking about now he's forfeiting some of his weight, but so is the other one. He's going up, so he could who knows could slow him down maybe, but he's also younger, kind of been. So, and he's thicker as far as, no, he's not the bigger man in size, but he's like kind of, like a short little thick person.
Yeah, pure muscle.
Yeah. Now, whereas, Eubank is really slim. So I could see him. He probably could go down and make it healthy, but he shouldn't take it as a joke, because don't take it lightly, because it's a serious fight. At the end of the day, anything
I
can happen.
ain't gonna
in a
lie to
fight.
me. I expect the crowd. How the heck?
Say that again. Yo, D Calico, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear him?
Nah, I
I
can't hear him.
did for a minute, but I can't now.
Yo, D, come back, man. You left like a magician. Where you at?
Hey, yo, Rap, what's your beef with fast food chains? Yo, I saw you getting it in with Taco Bell the other day. Now you talking about KFC. What's the issue, homie?
No, but you see this fighter, yeah, Chris Eubanks. He's very true to the game. Even though he's not one of the best, he's always kept it real in boxing. And now he got this fight with Nigel Ben's son, which Conor Ben's been doing a lot of shit in the welterweight division. This guy's made a name for himself now. He's a very strong, young, hungry, up-and-coming kid. They're talking about him fighting Virgil and people like that in the near future. Now, this Chris Eubank was eating KFC in London in the fight, and they were asking him, and he's like, man, I'm not taking this guy that serious like I would have done. So I'm just saying he's probably trolling Conor Ben. He's probably going to go in the gym straight after and train like an animal. But, this is some kind of game, maybe mind games he's playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But D Calico, you back? We lost him. But, it's a big legacy fight. I don't know if you guys know about Nigel Benn and Chris Eubanks Sr. I know that Lisa does, because the Nigel Benn, which is Conor Ben's dad, he beat the number 2 pound for pound guy many years ago, who beat Roy Jones Jr. in the amateurs, which was Gerald McKellen. And Chris Eubank Jr., he beat Conor Ben's dad in a brutal fight in that first fight. It was brutal.
Yeah,
it was brutal. A brutal fight, man. Did you watch it? The man from New York, no cap.
Nah, I ain't watch it. I can't say I follow UK. I can't say I watch too much over the sea boxing. So
okay,
I'm not gonna act like I know who y'all talking about like that.
No, man, it was some brutal fight their fathers had, man. They were ready to kill. Remember this, both of these guys, yeah? They nearly killed each other in the ring because of the way they were coming at each other, wasn't it, Lisa? They were giving each other brain damage.
Yeah, the first fight, And
if you remember, both of these guys were such furious hitters. They put two guys into a coma, didn't they?
I know. Was it Michael Watson?
Yeah, Michael Watson got put into a coma from Chris Eubanks'
dad. And who was the other one? What was the other one?
Gerald McKellen.
Oh yeah, Gerald. Yeah.
Yo, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me ask you a question. I'm sorry, Rapstar. I know I got here a little late, but who do you got being the number 1 guy at 135 in your opinion?
Right now it's tough, man, because we got Tank, we got Lomachenko. right? We got Devin Haney, and you know what I mean? To me, Lomachenko is still the livest guy for me because Lomachenko has showed me what he's done to Nakatani and what he did to that guy, Richard Comey. He's literally showed me after that shoulder injury that he had, because straight after the TO fight, he was in hospital. Coming back from that, showing me what he's doing to people again. I can't take Loma out the mix.
I can't either. Same thing. I think man, listen, Teofimo, I really think, and me being a fan of him, I think he messed up the division by losing to Kambosos, man. That was such a fluke. I wish you had that dude on here from Australia you had the other day on, so I could troll him a little bit about Kambosos. But nah, man, I think Lomachenko is still the man at 135. But I tell you what, I would love to see him against Devin Haney. That's who I want Loma to fight. I don't want him to fight Tank because that fight's not even going to be made. But Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, that would be straight skillful boxing. That would be a match of like boxing IQ, and I would love to see that fight for Undisputed. But you know, and I don't know for the chat, who do y'all think is in the chat? Who do y'all think is the best at 135? But I'm gonna say Loma. I'm gonna say Loma as well.
What do you think about that one, Lisa? Who's the best for you at 135 in your eye test?
Eye test. I would say tough one. Maybe Loma. Yeah, probably Loma. And because of his pedigree and everything and what he's done here. But he's not infallible. So I'm gonna put that into consideration. You know, nobody's perfect, but I would say say Devin needs to fight more people. I agree. Tank, same with him, but the eye test, you know, he got that dynamite in his hands. Yeah,
and that's the thing, because that it matters who you fight, and that's what it comes down to. It matters how you fight. That's why I feel bad for Devin Haney, but no one is giving him the props for beating a guy for Undisputed. That, in my opinion, I think it was a fluke, man. I think if Lopez and Kambosos fought again, I think it'd be a different story. But that's why, man, because Devin Haney got his Undisputed on a scrub. That was a scrub. It ain't nothing special about Kambosos. Ain't nothing.
Yeah, but you got to give Devin Haney some props for going to Australia and being the B-side and going over there to beat the kid, because they could have made it ugly on Devin Haney. They could have took it away from him.
Yeah. Listen, a lot of these cats is not going. They not trying to go overseas.
Nah.
To fight. You know. They're not even going over there trying to fight.
No.
And you see, he was put through some adversity, and he went over there, and he handled it. That's when a boy became a man, you know.
Facts. You gotta take a risk sometimes. You gotta take a risk, and that was Devin Haney's risk.
Because I know Tank, he's been over. He was in England and he fought. What's his name? Liam. He fought
Liam Walsh.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, so where Mayweather was trolling the three brothers in England.
Yeah. See, I like how they was moving Tank then. Because, like, Tank had fought Pedraza, and he won. And then he fought over in the UK. And they was doing stuff. And then, I don't know, maybe he started getting on pay-per-view. And, I don't know, things started changing, you know. Because I was, you know, I like Tank. Don't get me wrong. I like all of these young fighters. I really do. I like them, and I want to see them to fulfill their, you know, dreams. But it's not my, you know, I'm not a fighter, so you know, I want to see them become undisputed.
I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry, Lisa. Right, what I wanted to do though. Now go on. What was you saying? Because
No, I was just
I
gonna
didn't
say
hear you there.
I want to see them become all time greats or undisputed, or like when I become an old lady, I'll be, oh yeah, I remember him and or her, or yeah, you can talk about it, put them in the books with some of the other greats. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Now I want you to talk to me, and that's true what you're saying, and that's great. And at the end of the day, you want great for fighters, but do fighters want great for themselves? That's going to be my live coming up soon, and I want you on here because some fighters are chasing greatness and legacies, but some fighters are just chasing money. And also, we're going to talk about all these things on my next live. But what I want to talk about on the live that I did the other day is that one of my favorite fighters, which not favorite, but one of the fighters that I like out there, that I've seen do more than anyone else, pound for pound great, and yeah, one of my favorite fighters of right now of this era. I didn't like what he was saying lately and what he said a couple of months ago, and lately I did a live about it. I want your opinions on this, and I'm going to start with my guy from New York. Canelo
Hmm.
Alvarez is one of my favorite fighters. He's one of the top dogs. And Canelo Alvarez has showed me that he's done things that fighters haven't been doing in this generation, at least. But there's been lots of ups and downs with Canelo. And lately, after the Bivol lost, he said he don't want to fight no Mexicans. Now, my thing is this: he was happy to fight Mexican when he fought the legend's son, Chavez Jr. He was happy to fight the Mexican in Angulo. He was happy to fight Mexicans when he came up. But when this geezer, a monster, arrived that I call David Benavidez, I'm not saying that Canelo can't beat him. Canelo can beat a lot of these guys, and it's proven that Canelo beats these guys. But David Benavidez came along, and Canelo don't want to fight Mexicans. A guy called Zurdo Ramirez, which fights for Oscar De La Hoya. You saw how big Bivol was to Canelo, right? You guys remember that?
Yeah, yeah,
Did you see how big this guy, Zurdo Ramirez, at the press conference was to Bivol?
yeah. He's huge.
And if he beats Bivol, Canelo's saying that he don't want to fight him. Now, I'm going to keep
Hmm.
it real. I don't like that. And I'm going to call it out. I don't think
Hmm.
real Mexican fighters were like that. Real Mexican warriors were fighting everybody. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Chavez Sr. fought everybody, win or lose. Eric Morales fought every Mexican, win or lose. Marco Antonio Barrera fought every Mexican, win or lose. Certain fighters fought each other. Even Oscar De La Hoya fought Mexicans. He didn't say that. Mexicans fight Mexicans. They're warriors. Mexicans are
Hmm.
warriors. That's where mano versus mano came from. What do you think about these Canelo Alvarez comments? I'm going to go to no cap boxing. No cap. I can't hear you, bro. Hey, Lisa, I've lost that guy too. I think there's some audio issues with no cap. Yo, D Calico, where you at? I can't hear neither one of these guys. The whole audio's fucked. At least let me ask the chat. Can you hear me? Can the chat hear me? Because we can't hear each other.
I can hear you.
Well, you can hear me. That's good. At least we can hear each other. Because I don't know where these other two cats are gone. But yo, Lisa, what do you think about the pound for pound fighter saying that he don't want to fight these Mexicans if that Zurdo Ramirez wins and if David Benavidez is there?
What's the reasoning behind it?
I don't know. I'm asking you. What do you think about it?
Oh, I didn't like that either. I feel like you should fight whoever was in front of you. But that's not the first time I heard him say that. He had said that 4 years ago. But I knew, but he had fought a lot of Mexicans. But I don't know why. Why he said it.
Where are you? How come
Uh,
it's so windy where you are? I hear a lot of wind. There's a lot of
that's
wind.
my. That's because I got the fan on. I got it.
Can you
Oh,
hear
it
me now?
sounds. Yeah, we can hear you now, bro. No cap boxing. What's up with it?
I bet. I bet. Hey, yo, my man, what? 2 days in a row. What's up? You was hanging on Canelo. What happened with that rap?
I'm talking
I.
about it now. I'm saying to
Yeah.
you, did you just hear what I said though? Did you just hear what I
Yeah.
said?
Yeah. 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 Nah,
I
for
want to
real.
know
So.
your opinion though. Like I respect Canelo. He's one of my
Yeah,
favorite fighters.
yeah,
But what I can't understand, bro, his energy in the last few months, I don't like it.
yeah. So here's my thing, right? One thing about me, I'm a fan of Canelo, but I'm not a fanboy. There's a difference. So you got to hold him accountable to what he's saying, right? I want if he really meant that as it relates to never fighting another Mexican fighter, then I'm gonna call BS. I think that's BS. You feel me? Like that's not something you got to fight. Who you got to fight? You feel me? Everyone knows the Benavidez fight is the fight that the fans wants to see. So if he's using that language, then that's duck season, bro. He ducking, and it's hard to say that because Canelo is one of the few fighters in this era to challenge himself to go undisputed at a different weight class, to move up to 167, to move up to 175, and challenge himself. But I mean, that's duck season if that's what he's really on. You feel me?
Right. I mean, look, man, it's kind of hard to even say that about Canelo, but you can say that it's strategics from his side and him. Now, some people said to me, what do you think the reason could be? Because this guy's willing to fight other guys like Bivol and other guys which are not Mexican, which are dangerous guys, but he not willing to fight these guys because now they're Mexican. Now, what could have triggered him off like that? Now, he said it's because I represent Mexico. He said, because I represent the Mexicans, I don't want to fight no more Mexicans. Is that justifiable? That he now says, I've done enough. So Canelo saying is, I've done enough. I've done more than all these guys. I don't want to fight Mexicans no more. I represent them people. So I don't want to fight them people.
Right.
Is
I
that
don't understand
justifiable?
that.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I get it. He fought in Mexico in his early career. I get that. So he has fought a lot of Mexicans, I'm sure. Then he fought Angulo Pero, um, Chavez Jr. Um, I'm not sure of the other Mexicans he fought when he came over here. I have to look at his resume. I'm sure some on there. I don't know why or whatever, but I heard him say that open to he still would be open to fighting Usyk, which I was like, that's a heavyweight though.
He's crazy.
And
I mean,
Zerto, I'm gonna be honest with you, Zerto is huge.
yeah,
Zerto's last fight, when he weighed in, he was like a heavyweight. Not when he weighed in, but the actual day of the fight, he blew up so much. I don't know
man,
how he makes 175.
Lisa, I like Canelo Alvarez. I think he's one of the best in all this
Mm-hmm.
era. But I'll tell you
Yeah, of
this now.
course.
Zurdo would give Canelo Alvarez brain damage.
He's too
I mean,
big.
listen, forget that.
But he's slow though,
Usyk.
compared
You
to
see Usyk. See,
Mic
no, no,
check,
no,
mic
not
check.
yeah,
Zurdo. No, no, Mike check. Not Zurdo. You know Usyk. Usyk, yeah?
yeah.
That current
Usyk's
heavyweight champion.
fast.
He
Yeah.
would he would give Canelo Alvarez brain damage. He will fuck
Yeah.
Canelo. Even if Canelo's good in the first 5, 6, 7 rounds, Canelo
Mm-hmm.
will take blows that he don't need to fucking take.
Yeah, I
Yep,
agree.
yep.
I'm
He's not a
telling you
loose.
now, that
Yeah.
Ukrainian Alexander Usyk, who can put Anthony Joshua on a fucking back foot, he will hurt Canelo. And even if it's in the 10th round and Canelo's doing good, Usyk will put hands on Canelo. And Canelo, those are life-changing punches.
Mm-hmm.
We
Look,
know
Yeah,
boxing
Usyk
doesn't
is
stay for
look,
fast. He's
life.
so
look,
fast.
look.
I think he's
Anytime,
faster than Canelo, to be
look,
honest.
Yo,
like
D.
anytime.
Calico's come back from the dead.
Yeah, I'm back. Hey, but I'm gonna say anytime. You know, a smaller guy can beat bigger guys, then a smaller guy don't stand a chance. I'm just saying, like this is a,
Mm-hmm.
this guy's already special. I don't think that he's gonna let anything under him step up to his level. Like, we all know Anthony Joshua was the stronger man, the bigger puncher, the more accomplished. Like, we really thought it would be a wash, and this guy got beat twice. Especially that second fight was so, like, you know what I mean? Like that was a nail in the coffin.
Well, let me say
Like,
Mm-hmm.
this then. Yeah, I'm going to go to a strategic conversation now. We got three of the most
Yeah.
educated boxing fans here, and we got the most educated boxing chat. Whoever comes in Rap Star, they follow boxing, especially if they're my mods. I'm going to say this very simply. Now, Canelo has said if Bivol wins that rematch, he goes, I ain't fighting no Mexicans because that's me right now. Now, that's him. That's up to him what he wants to say right now because he thinks he's done a lot. At the end of the day, fans ain't going to agree with it. Even Mexican fans ain't agreeing with it. I've been doing these
Mm-hmm.
lives, Lisa. They don't agree with it,
Yeah.
most of them, because Chavez
Right.
Sr., Eric Morales, and all these guys, they led the way to show what mano versus mano was and what a Mexican
Mm-hmm.
warrior is. So,
Right.
anyway, let's go to this. Let's say Bivol's going to beat Zurdo.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo Alvarez says, I want that rematch. And when I get that rematch, Canelo wants that rematch. Now, for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go straight to that rematch. What can Canelo do to beat this Russian that he couldn't do in the first fight? Now, is he going to adapt to how big this guy was? And look, let's remember, this guy was putting hands on Canelo. Canelo couldn't just break him down. Canelo couldn't just walk him down. This guy had a great defense. His
Mm-hmm.
defense mechanism was great. Canelo was missing a lot of punches.
Mm-hmm.
So now you could see Canelo frustrated so much in the Bivol fight. He's been the most frustrated in that fight we saw. And
Mm-hmm.
we could see that he believes he can win the rematch. What is he going to do to win that rematch? I'm going to ask you.
I don't see it. I don't see him winning it. The Bivol's elusive. Bivol got feet. He's he's very smart feet too. He's elusive. Bivol got power too. He can hit. And I just don't see it. I'm not saying that he can't make adjustments, but he can. He can. But Bivol's just a bigger man. It's just a bad. You know how they say a bad style matchup. That's just my opinion.
hey, if I could add to that, what I'm gonna really say is, in order for him to win, in order for Canelo to win, he has he has to be the faster puncher, the faster fighter. Like, he has to make Bivol look slow. You know, since he is, he's not fast. Like, there's nothing flash. There's nothing special about Bivol. He just was too big for Canelo, but Canelo did nothing. You know what I mean? He
You
did
you don't
nothing.
think Bivol fast? To me,
He's
he's
not.
pretty.
Like, he's nothing to
His
write
feet
home
is
about.
fast.
He's nothing to write home about. He's big and he's strong, and he brought a little bit of volume. Like, he never hesitated to swing anytime they got within reach. He was like, "Oh, here you go, Baba. Hey, don't come up on me, Baba." Like, he would let them go, but that shouldn't have been connected. Like, it should have been, because I'm smaller, I'm gonna show you you're slower, and since you're slower, I'm gonna have to expose you that way, or I'm gonna have to start letting mine go. When I throw these
Mhm.
combinations, I'm gonna have to show true speed because I got to beat you to the punch. If I
You ain't
can't beat you
seen
to the
all
punch,
them combinations
yeah, I
Bivol do
know.
on?
Yeah, but look how he was stuck in. It's like he was stuck in cement. It's like Canelo act like he couldn't move his feet. He could have moved his feet. Why was he not the
Cause,
fastest guy?
cause he
You
not used to getting hit like
no,
that.
he's not used to
Ba, 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 ba,
carrying
ba,
that
ba, ba, ba,
weight.
ba.
He's not used to carrying that weight. He fought like he was too heavy. You know. So
Yeah,
even
and
though
that
he
may
was,
not be a good weight class for.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
he's too
another
heavy.
thing. You're right. that 175, I don't think that's a good weight class for
He
him. You're
couldn't even
right.
bounce around. If he could have bounced around, he could have exposed Bivol when I really look at it. But not the way he fought. Just standing there and blocking your face. No, that's not good enough, man.
All right.
You,
So shall we
yeah.
do this though, D Calico? Because obviously the chat's involved in your conversations with us, right? So let's go to the chat. Peter Von Ox says Canelo trying to be pathetic and what's he called? Patriotic and ridiculous. T Pop says it's all smoke. He don't want the rematch. He said he does want the rematch. Jose Garcia says Nello didn't went for broke. That's the only way he can. Nello has to go for broke. Canelo has to go for broke. That's the only way he beats Bivol. Rapstar, what does he say? No, weight classes matter. Of course they do. Con says is Canelo is at his limit at 168. He shouldn't go to 175. He's the best at 168. He needs to stay at 168 because that's where he's effective. His punches ain't effective at 175. We saw it with Bivol. He can't walk him down like he does the 168 guys. And, that's why they reckon that David Benavidez is the fighter who will stand in the middle of the ring and he'll be one of the fighters who can even push Canelo back at some point because most fighters, Canelo can deal with them at 168. But at 175, he's not walking them down anymore. That's a good point. You know? Peter says
Yeah,
Canelo won't win. He'll get
My
his
bad. I'm back.
ass kicked. He didn't beat GGG and he won't beat Bivol. Con says he was losing that whole Kovalev fight before he landed that big shot. Good point. He lost some of that fight. Hawker Mustang says Bivol is underrated boxer. And Easy E101 says he can beat Bivol. Canelo just wasted his energy early. Let's go to you, Lise.
you know what I was gonna say also. When you go up in weight like that, now you talking about a natural 175 pounder, a natural like heavyweight. Maybe those shots didn't affect Bivol like they would somebody at 168 or 170. I mean, a 160. You
Yep.
know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said. I said the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, that's what a new age said about going up in weight.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you think about it? No cat boxing, the rematch. Canelo, if he gets the rematch with Bivol,
Nah.
how can he
Nah.
beat him? How can he beat
He
him,
can't.
bro? I
Look.
want you to give me a game plan how you can beat him first.
Nah. I listen, man. Listen. I think Bevel got his number, man. I think he does. I mean, you could tell it's been a while since we've seen a frustrated Canelo, and that's what we saw in that fight. We saw a frustrated Canelo, someone that kept, rocking his shit, like straight up in the, kept coming towards him. And that's the thing. Bevel didn't show any respect towards Canelo. And you saw a frustrated Canelo. I mean, I'm really surprised that Canelo didn't even establish the jab. I mean, he was just outboxed, outpowered. And I'm gonna tell you something. At 175, I would be scared to see Canelo versus Beterbiev. Like I saw Beterbiev how big he is. Ain't no way Canelo should be really at the 175. And the fact that he said he wanted Makabu at cruiserweight, bro, nah. I think he got a little bit of humble pie when he fought Bebo. And I mean, I can't see him winning the rematch. I just don't know. But if there's a 175 person that I think he could beat with the right game plan, I mean, man, Eddie Reynoso has to go to the drawing board because I mean, he just got dominated in every single way. That's kind of my take on that.
How does he do it, D Calico? I want to see if you guys got a game plan for Canelo Alvarez to win this rematch, though. I mean, you all can't see him.
yeah.
You all can't see Canelo Alvarez. Do you not think he can adapt? Do you not think like he did so much better in the Gennady Golovkin second fight than what he did in the first fight? Now,
He would have to
Lisa made good
slow.
points though that Canelo can't hurt these guys at 175. I said that, and he ain't
He
got
would.
the power to walk these guys or make them
Yeah,
respect him
that
that way.
that style is not working. That style is like from the 80s, man.
You're a
Like,
hardcore fan. Give me a game plan for Canelo to beat him, because I've just put one up there on the
he,
chat.
He got it.
he's gonna, he got to
Got
he
to
got to
go.
become versatile overnight.
He got to go to the. He would have to go to the body more to slow Bivol's feet down. That's one thing.
Yeah, yeah.
If he, see, is Bivol, because Bivol may defend his body more. You know how kind of like now that's one thing. Now like Earl does, he tucks. I don't know if Bivol do that. I gotta check Bivol out again. He tucks them arms in
Yeah,
really close, them
yeah,
elbows, so he defends his body very well,
yeah.
and his
He's got
hip.
a. My bad, son. My bad, son. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now I
Now,
was just gonna
Tank,
say that he's
sorry.
got to make Bivol reach more.
What
You feel
about
me?
Canelo? Don't you think Canelo was in this fight? Come on, let's keep it real. Canelo was thinking he could hurt this guy. Don't
Yep,
you think he overexerted himself? Now look at it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw I
yeah.
saw few of the. See, I'm very strategic, and I saw this boxing fight, and I saw it again. And Canelo gave too much into those punches in the early 5, 6, 7 rounds. He was giving power punches, and he was missing a lot. Now, if Canelo can be a bit more accurate, be more calculated, have more composure. Now, look. Canelo's very smart now. You know, he's going in a rematch with this cat. What he got to do is see if this cat's willing to come and engage, thinking the cat thinks he's got Canelo now and
Yeah,
more comfortable. Let Canelo make him comfortable, right? Canelo can fight chicken. Remember that, D Calico.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh yeah. Oh,
what
he's quick
Canelo
then.
got to do, he can fight going backwards a little bit. He can be the guy who's not that aggressive for a little while, and then when he feels a bit more confident and comfortable, then use his power punches more, and then try and take this guy out. He's
Hey,
got to be smart. He's got to be Canelo got to be smart with that head
yeah,
movement. He can't
yeah.
be taking much damage in the first 5, 6 rounds. So
Hey,
when he's observing his energy, he's got to try and make Bivol throw. He's got to make Bivol move around a lot. He's got to make sure Bivol's,
Hmm.
getting a little bit slower, Lisa. And then when Canelo can attack,
mm-hmm,
he might have a
mm-hmm.
chance, like he did with
Then
Kovalev.
you then you turn bully.
Hmm.
Yeah, listen. And if he does that, he become the great more because he won this rematch.
Hey,
Hmm.
rap. Put it like this: the first fight against Bivol, he tried to fight like Tyson Fury in his second matchup against Wilder. He has to fight like Fury did in the first matchup, how he was like a ballerina. You know what I mean? Like if a
Hmm.
guy that big can do it, Canelo, you need to tighten your ass up and get on your bicycle. You know what I mean? He's got to be able to showcase his old skills because I think he's old now. I don't know if he has it.
Hmm.
I think if Canelo's that clever and he can weather the storm in the early part of the fight and observe that power and his energy, he got to try and slow this guy down somehow later on in that fight. He got to get this guy to pace down a bit and then start to attack. But the problem with Canelo in the first fight that he's had with this guy, he's given too much power punches early on. He's gassing himself out. He thinks he can hurt the guy,
yeah.
and he
Hmm.
got left confused.
And you know what? That's a good observation because that explains why even like around round six, you started to see a gassed out Canelo. You started to see that, and I was like, damn, like, what's going on? I heard he was on a vegan diet. Does he not have the same, fuel in the tank? You know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
I'd be interested, man, to see if they fight again. I wonder because here's the thing. You know what he did, right? And people even caught it. Canelo kept trying to hurt, kept hitting his arms in hopes to get Beaver to drop his hands, and then go for a knockout. And Beaver was even able to see that. But I'd be interested, man, to see them fight, exchange more on the inside and go for the body, kind of like what Spence does, right? Spence likes to get it do a lot of inside work and just take it brawl for brawl in there. I like to see Canelo see if he can do that and just go more for the
Hmm.
body because I think Beaver does have a good chin.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie,
Bivol
that's the
got a good chin.
recipe. Like that's the recipe when you find a bigger guy like you have to get up so close so he can't extend his arm because that's where his power
Exactly.
is.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
So like you
Exactly.
saying, get in that phone booth with him, or get
Yep.
out of the phone booth. Either get in the phone booth or get out of the phone booth. Don't just be a sitting duck, Canelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, good points from everybody. Shows that we got boxing pundits from all over across the pond, everywhere. But you know what?
Bivol could use his long straight jab and jab Canelo's head off too.
Good points. Good
Yep.
points. But
He
look,
don't
I
need to
think
let him. He don't need to let him get too close. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I'll say this though: if Bivol beats that Oscar De La Hoya's fighter Zildo Ramirez and Canelo beats Gennady Golovkin, big
Hmm.
shout out to Jose Garcia, Evis Mancini still with us in the building. Um, I'll say this: I'll say that's still a big fight. And if Canelo takes that rematch, you gotta give him respect because now everybody don't think he can beat him anyway. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
You gotta
Rap.
see. This is what you gotta give Canelo. No cap boxing. You
Right.
gotta give him his credit. He's willing to do it.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people would try to avoid that type of fight, and that's why you got to give respect to him. You even if you hate him, which I know a lot of people do, you got to respect his heart in that regard.
Hmm.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, yo. If Canelo loses to Triple G, man, that's gonna hurt his legacy, man. I'm keeping it a bug. That's gonna put a little asterisk next to it, man.
Yeah, that hurt him big time. But we're gonna talk about these things on the next live. But no cap boxing.
Mm.
Nice having you on the show, bro. I've met you first time. Salute to you.
Salute, salute.
Yeah, man. You catch me on the next live, man. Lisa, you've been a stranger. You're supposed to support your brother rap star. I was the first guy.
Yeah, I've been.
Not only did you
No,
subscribe, you were
sometimes
my
I
first
listen.
subscribers. But let me explain this. Lisa came on my channel a few years ago, and she came onto the world, and because she cooked it up with rap star. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I love coming on your show. Just
Yeah, and
sometimes if I can't be in the chats, I may be listening because I listen on the TV or I may be busy because
yeah,
I
I
may
hear
not
you.
be home. But lately I've been really busy, so I've been in and out with stuff. It depends
Well, let
on
me
the
give you
time
look
though.
on my next
If
live.
certain
I'm gonna
time of day I'm available, but certain times I'm not.
Anyway, I got some good news, a little bit of good news for you guys. You guys know that I'm
Hmm.
across the pond, but I got connections from your side of the world in boxing. And I have been
Okay.
told that Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, it should be playing out by November.
Nice,
November,
nice.
the fight should be coming up. The fight's supposed to hit by November. Now, let's see what happens. We're supposed to get
I
something soon.
Yeah, I've
Let's
heard
hope we
something
get
like
it.
that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
let's
heard
hope we
something
get
like
it.
that too.
Man,
But
I think we see.
until it's
I
official,
think we seeing a
until it's
mirage.
official, yeah, until it's
Yeah,
official, then we'll know. But the thing is this, right? Okay, it's September the 1st, right? No, it's September the 2nd now. Is it okay? That doesn't give them a lot of time to promote.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yo,
Hey,
Rap,
we
can you do me one favor, Rap, before we get out of here? Can you do me one favor?
Yeah, homie.
Yo, take it easy with Taco Bell, bro. What's good with the beef with you and Taco Bell? You talking crazy about Taco Bell? We
No,
rock
I'm
with
just
Taco Bell
joking,
out
bro.
here on the East Coast. No,
I'm
I'm,
just
I'm just
joking.
trolling. I'm just trolling, bro.
I
All
know.
hey,
Hey,
right.
You know what? We got Taco Bell as well, but I
hey,
gotta
hey,
keep it
rap,
real with you. I
hey,
gotta keep
rap.
it real with all of you. Those tacos, they taste nice, but they're fucking only in America. They're only $1.50, $1.25. What the fuck you think they got in there?
Thank
I
you.
mean, they ain't no real food, but it tastes good though.
It's
It
not. It's
tastes
send you
good.
to the bathroom. It's send you
Yeah,
straight to the toilet.
It
yeah.
tastes
Hey,
good.
hey,
It
hey,
tastes good.
rap. Hey,
Mm.
rap. You at least got to say something about Ortiz and Ruiz, man.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
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 yeah. Hey, listen, D Calico. I'm gonna say it quickly. I got 5% left on the device, and then we're gonna chop it up, and then I gotta get out of here. So, yo, big shout out to the chat. Con is still in the building. Easy 101 in the building. Jose Garcia. Everybody who came in. Respect to Jeff. You know what I mean? Everybody in the panel. And you know, this is all I gotta say. Andy Ruiz looking like a monster though. When I saw him take off his shirt, I couldn't believe the guy had like a 6-pack. I was like, what? Let
Yeah,
me look at that
I
properly.
saw that.
No, I think it's fake. I think it's fake because last time I saw the same thing before the fight and then in the ring, I'm like, man, what happened, man? He back fat. It was like, I don't know what they doing, but they drawing. I think it's Photoshop.
Look, Ortiz
Ah,
can't be counted out. He's got a well-rounded Colombian style. He's a well-rounded amateur. At one point, people didn't want to fight him because he was so old. They were saying 10 years ago. It was big risk, less rewards for some people, right? But
That
we don't
no,
even know how old
no,
Ortiz is today.
no.
If I
Don't
asked
buy
you,
that.
what's that?
Rap Star. That's what they're saying here on
Yeah,
YouTube. That is
yeah.
not true.
But what I'm saying
That
is he
was a
was no.
narrative that was
But
put
we gotta remember
here
this though,
that
Lisa.
nobody wanted to
Ortiz, no,
fall
but
him.
we
He
gotta
was the
remember this.
boogeyman. That
No,
is
but we
not
got to
true.
remember this, Lisa, my sister. Ortiz was a good all-rounded fighter who's got a great amateur pedigree. And
Yes,
Ortiz,
yes.
even at one point, Derek Chisora's, the Dillian Whites, and all them, yeah, the fights weren't getting pushed, right? So all I'm saying is Ortiz is a good fighter. I can't say he's not. He's not maybe a great, but he's good. He's
Yes,
good all
yes.
round. My thing is
Yeah.
Ortiz is mature and educated, right? So my thing is his maturity in the fight. Now, Andy Ruiz is more of a fighter that looks to, you know, look for opportunities so that he can try and, you know, capture himself to break the distance. He's got to be wanting to break the distance because Ortiz has got a longer reach than this guy and he'll be using that jab. So now you're going to get this, you know, Andy Ruiz style where he's trying to, you know, come in and try and catch you with his right hand and, you know, try and hit you to the body, then try and catch you to the head. My thing is, Andy Ruiz got to keep it up for 12 rounds. My guy here, Ortiz, is a well-rounded fighter. Who's gonna hurt who in this fight? I'm looking at who's gonna hurt who,
Yeah.
and we saw that Ortiz what he did to that Charles Martin recently, but he wasn't looking good because Charles Martin dropped Ortiz a
Yeah.
couple of times before Ortiz got the
Yeah.
stoppage. So
Yeah.
I
okay.
think
Yeah.
Ortiz is maybe getting old. I think if Andy Ruiz is in shape and he's not eating those Snicker bars, and he's been keeping himself proper in shape. I think Andy Ruiz can win a unanimous decision under
Yeah.
on King Kong Ortiz.
This should be Ortiz's last fight, though, man. This should be it.
And he gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gonna beat Ruiz, but I mean Ruiz might be able to really take a punch, so it might not work, you know. But boxing wise, he gonna destroy Ruiz. But
Anyway,
we
I
gonna
want to give
like
a
you say,
big
we
shout
gonna
out
pull
to
it out when he
Jashawn
get hurt.
Brown. Hey, listen, let me give a shout out to Jashawn Brown. Peter Vonnock says Ruiz might get ducked. I don't know about that. Carlos Mendoza says rest in peace to Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers, what?
Yeah, he passed
Dang,
away.
What
and
Yeah, he
today?
passed.
RP,
Y'all didn't know that?
not
What
RP.
today?
Yeah,
When
it was
today?
today or yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, Ernie Shavers died. Yeah.
Yo, but Rap, yo, appreciate you for having me on. I'm definitely gonna jump on next time for sure.
All
Appreciate
right,
you, fam.
brother. All right, bro.
All right. All right. Take care.
New York in the house. New York, Manhattan, Brooklyn. Yes, man.
Harlem. Ear.
Harlem. Yes, man. Hey, yo. Rest in peace to Ernie Shavers and his family, man. You know what I mean? Condolences to them. But yo, D Calico, I'll catch you on the next
Yeah.
one. Lisa,
All
Never
right.
I'll
saw.
catch you soon,
Appreciate you.
yeah, Lisa. And everybody in
All
the
right.
chat, I'm out of here. We had a good little
All right.
chat today about
Yeah,
boxing.
definitely.
We'll
Definitely.
catch you
Yeah.
guys soon. We'll catch you guys
All
soon.
right.
Hey,
Peace.
smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? It's your boy Rap. We always chop it up about different things and different topics. You never know what's coming next. But yo, D Calico, I will catch you soon as well, bro. We out of here. Peace.
Right, what's going on here, Donny's on the next? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's witch, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?